Welcome back to Mustache Moto. It's Ben, and today we are on the infamous tail of the Dragon. All right, guys, we are on the Tennessee side of the tail of the Dragon. That's the start of it. 318 turns in 11 miles. You've heard about it, you've read about it, you've seen video. This is an amazing, amazing road. Super technical. 11 miles of twisties. You got to be careful. It's a dangerous road if you're not paying attention. Do not push it. All right, that's my words of wisdom. We are going from Tennessee to North Carolina right now, and may go back the other direction too. Already lots of bikes on here. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Speed limit is only 30 miles an hour, which is pretty darn low. My speedometer may or may not be accurate. I'll just go with that. Starting off a little bit, not too technical, but it's going to get big time real quick. This is a riding road. It's not about the views. It's about you and the road, and possibly checking out all the other bikes. And hopefully we won't get caught up in too much local traffic. And as I've said before, I suggest do not gas it on the straights, because you're just going to catch people that are ahead of you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start focusing here. Look, 15-mile-an-hour turn. We're getting right into it. And I'm taking it easy on the straights. I'm not looking to build a PR here. That turn, nice. And there are a lot of decreasing radius turns. That means turns that get sharper as you get into them. So they look like they're, you could hit it pretty fast, and then it gets tighter and tighter. And that'll bite you. And there's some off-camber turns too, where the angle of the road is working against you. Lots of pull-offs. If you get people behind you, don't feel shy. Just pull on over. Let them past. They may have less to lose than you do. So bikers, don't just raise a couple of fingers. Don't try and let go of the bars and wave at people. You might get yourself into trouble. All right, so I also got a really cool treat for everybody and for me. I've been riding a long time. There's a guy named Darryl. He's Killboy. They do photos along the route, and we're gonna interview him, so that should be really cool. Look at that, how tight that gets. Wow. Be careful. Now we're here on a Thursday. There's still quite a bit of traffic that I've seen coming by, but it's not bad. If you come on the weekends, it's gonna be busy. There'll be car clubs, bike clubs, individuals, and local traffic. This is also a good time to remind everybody about target fixation. That is, you go where you look. So if somebody's across the line coming at you, or if you overcook the line, look where you want to go. Don't fixate on where you're going to crash. If you look where you're going to cause a crash, that's going to happen. If you look where you want to go, you might just make it out. He's cooking. So the good thing about there being a fair amount of traffic, a reasonable amount, is that you should get a warning if there's a cop up ahead. And they do some serious enforcement along here. Remember, just because you really feel like you're hitting the turns and you got it, thank you for pulling over, doesn't mean you're still going to be able to do it, because there are spots where it gets much, much tighter and you may not be expecting it. So don't get cocky. That's what I'm saying. And leave enough extra bandwidth for the knucklehead on the other side of the road. Might get you into trouble. About oil written there. Somebody spilled a little bit, so they're cooking. That's a decreasing radius. At the end, it hooks in. If you were hard on the gas, you'd have been effed. There's the Killboy tent. They've been taking pictures along here for as long as I've been riding it, since, which is maybe since '01. We're gonna talk to the owner of Killboy in a bit here. Wow. Yeah, I haven't ridden this road in a while, and I've forgotten just how incredible it is. It is some serious magic in here. Tighten it up there, a little damp. So, Tail of the Dragon, I just had a group of Ricky racers come flying up behind me, and the only reason I knew is because the Chi-G alerted me with the rear crash detection. Not that they were going to run into me, but I'm certainly not checking my mirrors, and I knew I could pull over, let them go past. So you see, just light up there, we got a bike behind. Well, some turn is showing up on the left. And we get around this turn, we'll find a pull-off. So there's like 125 of them, I think Darryl said. There we go, we'll let him go by. See that? All the cautions that pop up. That is a really cool feature on the Chi-G. So you can do it either with the dash cams, and it'll do it visually, which I used to do, and then I upgraded to the radar unit that is actually more accurate. A little hot there. It's easy to do. we got a couple of people ahead now. Might have to stop at the next. Give him a minute here. Better just to let him go. Give him a few minutes, and then we'll get going again before somebody catches up. If you're a fan of Mustache Moto, you know I love my Qi AIO6 LTE. I've tested about 15 CarPlay devices, and I'm always happy to click this one back on the BMW. So I'm really excited to say that Qi is sponsoring this adventure. If you're interested in ordering one, links in the description. All right, waited a bit. Shouldn't have a problem catching those guys again. And then you got these things. See, they get these car clubs and whatever those are clubs. Come up here. Ooh, decrease. All right, we're crossing into North Carolina. That was the main part of it. We've got a little bit here. And I think we are through. There we go. Here's the end of it. 318 turns in 11 miles. That was a hell of a lot of fun. Let's do a ride through here and see what's down here. We're going to come up to Killboy in a second. There's the statue, tail of the dragon. Lots of bikes, as you can see. This is the infamous Tree of Shame. Come up here and you ride too hard above your ability and you F up and find out this is where your parts of your bike end up.
Hey, my name is Darryl Cannon. I run a photography business at Tail of the Dragon for 25 years called Killboy.com. We have people sitting on the side of the road taking photos of everything that goes by, and then we put them online and they come to our website and sell them. So we've been, like I said, we've been doing this since 2001, and it's just been hugely successful. I can't believe how good it's been. People love what we do and appreciate what we do. I'm not doing a job that people hate, you know, so that's really cool. If you're planning to visit the area, there's a few things to know and keep in mind. It's not that complicated, but it's good to be in the right mindset and not let yourself be bothered or persuaded by what other people are doing. A lot of accidents happen because we're trying to keep up with somebody or stay ahead of somebody. Just focus on your own ride just as if you were doing it alone. The big no-no is do not cross the double yellow. Just stay away from it. If you're on a motorcycle, try to stay to the right and just stay in the right side of your lane around those left-handers. And then finally, there's 105 paved pull-offs. So you can use the pull-offs to let people by that are behind you or are pressuring you, or use them to build a gap for people who are in front of you and not having fun because you're having to drive their pace. So that's some things to know if you're planning to visit the area. Yeah, the first time we came out here, I was living in eastern North Carolina, just flat land, and didn't have very much practice at curvy roads. Me and some friends decided we were going to make a trip over to this side of the state, ride the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I found out about this dragon thing and said, hey, let's go by there while we're close. And it ended up being the best part of the trip. We all loved it. We all had a great time. But looking back on it, I had a video camera, like a camcorder on my tank, on my sport bike. I had a Ninja 600. And I see the video, and I'm going through like what I call Parsons Branch, a long constant radius curve. And I'm just like, I'm like walking through it. I'm sure I was so tense when I got done that my knuckles were, stuck basically.
What is so magical about the Tail of the Dragon? Because it's a road that's got lore that everybody hears about. It's on people's bucket list. Why is it? What's so special about it?
That's a good question. What is it that's so special about this place? There's plenty of other roads that anybody will tell you are better or more fun or whatever. This is what's special to me about Tail of the Dragon. It's the camaraderie at the end. You have a place to hang out with other enthusiasts at any time, almost. I mean, sometimes it's dead, but right now we've got the parking lot full of vehicles, and they're all, enthusiasts of the road. The road itself is super twisty. It's not that difficult. The turns are pretty short, but there's no inroads. That's a big thing. There's no houses, businesses, anybody to bother up there. It's really out in nowhere land, and it's because it's bordered by the national park. There's no businesses allowed to be built there, no residences allowed to be built there. So it's pretty isolated. You don't have to worry about things in front of you coming out from the sides and stuff like that. I think that's what makes it pretty special. Yeah, and if you come through here, we have photographers out there every day from March through November from about 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They shoot, 2 or 3 of them will be out there at a time typically to make sure we get everybody. And they'll take about 80,000 pictures a week. But we sort them all up by date, type of vehicle, and they're structured by time. And they go online the night of, and they'll be online the next day, and they stay online indefinitely. So there's no rush. Enjoy your vacation. They'll be there when you get home. But check us out if you can. It supports us and gets us through winter. We appreciate it. Oh, at Killboy.com.